All
God.
right.
This is Psalms chapter 134 and 1. Behold, bless ye the Lord, all ye servants of the Lord, which by night stand in the house of the Lord. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary, and bless the Lord that made heaven and earth. Bless ye Zion.
Right. So we're giving all praises to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Yahweh, that is the true name of the Heavenly Father. All right. The Most High God of Israel. Bahashem, that's how you say in the name of Yahushai. That's the true name of who many know as Jesus Christ, but his true name in the Hebrew, it is Yahushua. So that is how you say the names of the Heavenly Father and the Son in the Paleo Hebrew, which is the ancient Hebrew, which is the Lashawan Kodash, the Holy Tongue, right? And also a Shalom, that means peace to the 12 tribes of Israel, who will be today the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? That you are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, right? Those are the elect. We say Shalom. Me and the brother got this live stream going tonight because it's going to be centered around how Esau, who is the biblical nationality for the so-called Caucasian man, you know, his elites, his higher ups, they are seeking for a new world, right? They're actually trying to establish a new world order. And in order to establish this new world order, they have to get rid of this current world that we live in right now. All right, so-called America, where you're free, okay, your so-called free rights, okay, how the Constitution, you have so many rights and so many freedoms that you have within this current society. They want to get rid of all of that, all right, and then they want to have total control over your mind, total control over your body, total control over you. You see, they ultimately want you to, all right, become their property. And this is really going to be a part of the whole new world, and it's going to have a lot of depopulation, so a lot of killing will be involved. And this is, like I said, man, he starts trying to transition from his current world to his so-called new world, which he's only going to pretty much have a few. It's his mindset, but we know according to biblical prophecy that truly that's not going to truly happen, all right? Because this kingdom right here, America, this is the end of the world as we know it. And then the next kingdom, the next real kingdom that will be established, it will be the kingdom of heaven, right? Um, Let me get this real quick. This is going to be the book of Second Ezra, chapter 6 and 9. See? So obviously, these men, they're going to think in their mind that they're going to be able to establish something. But according to biblical prophecy, that's truly not going to be the case. This is going to be Second Ezra, chapter 6, and I want to start at 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? So Esdras, the prophet, he was asking the angel Uriel, like, what is going to be the parting asunder of times, or like the transitional period from this current life to the kingdom of the Most High God of Israel, right? The kingdom of heaven. So verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob and held first the hill of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau, which again is the biblical nationality for the Caucasian, so they will be the end. All right, they will be ruling in the very latter end. Right, in the next kingdom will be beginning with Jacob. Who is Jacob? That's the forefather of the Israelites. All right. So the Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans, they will be the true Israelites today. And the kingdom of heaven is going to begin with them. You see? But these elites, all right, they will be the ones ruling, man, in the end. And, so we're going to go ahead and get into Esau and his mindset. His mindset is that he's going to get his new world. But we understand according to biblical prophecy. So let me change the screen. We know according to biblical prophecy, that's not finna happen. But this man's making all of these moves to try to get so he's trying really hard, you see, to control you, okay, to force you to take these forced injections. And I'm not gonna say it because we obviously know what we're talking about. so-called magazines. And I know it sounds dumb, but we're not even going to say what I really mean because they would strike the channel. But they're trying to make you take these things, all right? They're trying to crash the economy on purpose, all right? They're pretty much trying to start all hell, man. Issuing martial law, bringing FEMA camps, so they can destroy this current world to begin their new one. And I want you guys to watch this right here. The title is How to Survive the 21st Century.
Might be the defining equation of life in the 21st century. B times C times D equals R, which means biological knowledge multiplied by computing power multiplied by data equals the ability to hack humans, R. If you know enough biology and you have enough computing power and data, you can hack my body and my brain and my life, and you can understand me better than I understand myself. You can know my personality type, my political views, my sexual preferences, my mental weaknesses, my deepest fears and hopes. You know more about me than I know about myself. And you can do that not just to me, but to everyone. A system that understands us better than we understand ourselves can predict our feelings and decisions, can manipulate our feelings and decisions, and can ultimately make decisions for us. Now, in the past, many tyrants and governments wanted to do it, but nobody understood biology well enough, and nobody had enough computing power and data to hack millions of people. Neither the Gestapo nor the KGB could do it. But soon, at least some corporations and governments will be able to systematically hack all the people. We humans should get used to the idea that we are no longer mysterious souls. We are now hackable animals. That's what we are. The power to hack human beings can, of course, be used for good purposes, like providing much better healthcare. But if this power falls into the hands of a 21st century Stalin, the result will be the worst totalitarian regime in human history, and we already have a number of applicants for the job of 21st century Stalin. Just imagine North Korea in 20 years, when everybody has to wear a biometric bracelet which constantly monitors your blood pressure, your heart rate, your brain activity, 24 hours a day. You listen to a speech on the radio by the great leader, and they know what you actually feel. You can clap your hands and smile, but if you're angry, they know you'll be in the gulag tomorrow morning. And if we allow the emergence of such total surveillance regimes, don't think that the rich and powerful in places like Davos will be safe. Just ask Jeff Bezos. In Stalin's USSR, the state monitored members of the communist elite more than anyone else.
Hey, so did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
You heard that? God, so pretty much this is the technology that these people have conjured up. You see, pretty much they're saying that they're gonna at a point be able to hack humans. They will be able to hack you, and this is something that they came up with, and we understand where they came up with it is really Esau. All right, well, which actually is really spiritual. It's the demon Satan, right? But we understand that they get all this knowledge from Satan, you see, and they're gonna at a point be able to hack you, man. They're gonna be able to know your blood type, which they can do now, but they'll be able to know your personality type. All right, they're gonna be able to understand your thoughts. They're gonna damn near be able to understand your sexual preference. They're gonna know you better than you know yourself, as the guy was saying, man. And this is all gonna lead up to like total control. See, this is what they want you to be a part of. And ultimately, how they're going to achieve this, we can figure this out. It's ultimately going to have something to do with the RFID microchip, right? When that microchips get to you, that is going to actually help this process, right? This is another we understand the so-called elites. All right, and I got this other right here. This is something else. It says Biden's planned opulent future will enslave America. See, so these people they're moving quick, and they said that there's going to be a planopolis, which is just talking about like you have a metropolis. That's like a city, but this one is a planopolis. So this is going to be their so-called new world. So these articles coming out, and this is a new article. These articles coming out is giving you a glimpse into how these people are trying to think, how they're trying to really set up their new world, and how they intend to enslave all those who they deem to I guess be worthy to be a part of their so-called new world. Because many of us are not going to be deemed essential. Like I'm telling you, a lot of you people today, if you're an adult or if you teaching the truth or if you are a whistleblower or anything of the sort, you're gonna be killed on the spot. They plan on having a big depopulation go on before they choose people to be a part of this so-called new world. So they're getting ready to totally control your mind, and all this stuff starts now. If you what you see with these forced, all right, lethal injections, if you know what I'm talking about, and that can possibly alter your DNA to the point to where they can achieve this right here. All right, total mind control at the end of the day. But I wanna go down on this more. It says an academic paper released in April of this year outlines how smart cities and artificial intelligence will be used for enforcement of guidelines, rules, and government orders to contain such future outbreaks. Under a Biden presidency, the long-standing plans of globalists to usher in plandopolis cities will be revealed. So they're revealing how they're going to try to start this, right? And they say this is equal life in 2040. So I'm going to press play real quick. All right, give it. Hey, can you guys see this? Or can you guys read that? Or is it too blurry?
It should be good.
You guys can read that? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what they predict for 2040, which again, they're probably not going to get this far, but this is their mindset, right?
Oh, hi. I'm so glad you're on time. I'm V. I'm looking forward to showing you around Plandopolis today. My husband works from home. He's a virtual engineer working on one of the city's desalination plants. He controls the robots who do all the important maintenance. I think he basically plays computer games for a living. You ready to go? Have you got your calorie card open on your smartphone?
And slug, man. I watched that doesn't look like a smartphone at all. Okay, that looks more like somebody's using their hand to pull up a hologram, and they have some type of bracelet, as that dude was talking about. He said that you're gonna have a bracelet it's gonna be able to calculate your calories, your blood type, your overall health, everything about you is gonna be on a bracelet on your hand. And how is this even gonna work? We can come to the conclusion that hey, you're probably gonna need an RFID microchip in your right hand to be able to for this to even actually work. Especially if you call yourself living in Esau's new world, hey, everybody at that point is going to have that RFID microchip, and from that point, you're going to be able to do things like this: pull up your calories and everything on on your hand, man. You see, this is a glimpse into it. Slovakia.
I registered your visit with Slick Travel Corp the other day, so they've allotted you a journey time to match mine. It makes so much sense, doesn't it? Switch off brain and go to work. With this many people around, I'm glad there's a mega computer in charge. We're so lucky. Our kids were allocated a school quite near my practice, so I can drop them off on the way. It saves on our calorie ration. Well, it won't be long until the little darlings get their career announcements. They've been working so hard, so I'm sure they'll get something good. Not that there's anything wrong with fixing carbon scrubbers for a living or anything. Are you hungry? Let's pop to the market as we're passing. Right, what's on the menu this month? No, not meat. It's not your birthday. The Global Food Council are doing a really good job of keeping food production going. I mean, you don't get the choice you used to, but we're better off than most. I think it's probably easiest to walk from here. You barely see a car in the city centre nowadays, unless you're rich. Well, the state knows they just aren't practical anymore. We're all trying to meet our global carbon deal. Electric bikes are so much better for getting around our neighbourhood. And why waste valuable space on car parks when you can use them to grow food? I don't care what you say, Alex. They don't deserve to live in that ghetto. They are completely disconnected. No high-speed transport system, no new internet. They miss out on jobs and many essential services too. Oh, hi again. What a day. I had to make an emergency visit to the Cry Freedom ghettos. I mean, I miss my sister like mad, but I'm glad they went when they moved to New Amsterdam. They're safe from climate change on the floating city. That must be her now. It's much easier to meet up with friends virtually now. So many cities have banned cars in central areas. Ooh, looks like she's got some juicy gossip.
So Esau's putting out his plans in cartoon form, but as we saw that whole situation, it looked more so like a very controlled. It looked like more like a tyranny, if you want to say so, because they look like robots in the first place. All right, and what makes you think that you're not going to be controlled in this world? All right, everything, your mind, everything is going to be controlled. Your thoughts, your actions, and if you get out of line, they'll put you to death. Right? That's what If you go back to this video right here, he said they're going to be able to like read your mind. So if you're in your mindset, you're saying that you love this new world or you love your leaders, but you say that on outward appearance, but really they can read your mind to see what you seriously think. So if you are against them, if you're plotting against them, if you really don't like their whole program, they're gonna put you to death, right? That's exactly what this dude said right here. You see? So obviously you're gonna be totally controlled if you even get to this point, right? And so I got this right here. This is another video I want to play because this is all linking up. All right, all these things are gonna ultimately link up to Esau's so-called perfect society, whatever. Which is going into RFID microchips right here.
Small village in France, but don't speak a word of French. Imagine if you could download a program into your brain and converse with locals. And what if you could later remember that trip in perfect detail?
In the future, you won't be able to save and replay memories. I mean, this is obviously sounding increasingly like a Black Mirror episode.
Elon Musk says you will even be able to store your memories as a backup and then download them into a robot body. It sounds like science fiction, but Neuralink believes it could make that happen one day with this chip. It's a brain machine interface, or BMI, a device that connects your brain to a computer. But before chasing these superhuman goals, Neuralink is focused on one thing: ending human suffering. All of our senses, sight, hearing, touch, touch, smell, taste are electrical signals sent by neurons to our brain, but sometimes the signals are not wired correctly. Neuralink wants to rewire the circuit so that the paralyzed walk, the blind see, the deaf hear, as well as treat other neurological disorders such as depression, insomnia, Alzheimer's. The battery lasts a full day and can be charged inductively as you sleep, possibly by wearing a nightcap, according to Musk, although it may not look exactly like this one. The prototype is different than 2019's. That one required an external earpiece, whereas the latest version involves just the chip sitting in the skull.
It's kind of like a Fitbit in your skull with tiny wires.
The wires, or threads, are 10 times thinner than human hair and represent electrodes. The electrodes figure out what's happening in the brain by reading the signals sent by the neurons and then stimulating as many neurons as possible. This technology is not new, but what makes Neuralink drastically different from other neural interfaces is that it will insert significantly more electrodes to stimulate neurons on a scale never seen before. As a comparison, Utah Array is considered one of the best BMIs out there right now and has been used to study conditions like epilepsy. It has around 100 electrode channels, whereas the current version of Neuralink has more than 1,000 and possibly much more in the future. Also, the threads are thinner and more flexible, greatly reducing the risk of piercing blood vessels and potentially causing catastrophic damage. But that doesn't mean humans are capable of the precision required for surgery. At the eventual cost of a few $1,000s to the patient, this robot could one day do the entire operation in under an hour, leaving the chip relatively concealed.
All you can see afterwards is this tiny scar, and if it's under your hair, you can't see it at all. In fact, I could have a Neuralink right now, and you wouldn't know. Maybe I do.
That's unlikely since human trials haven't begun, but they have done tests on animals.
So what we have in pen number 1 is Joyce.
Joyce demonstrates what a normal pig is like without Neuralink.
So here's Dorothy.
Dorothy used to have the device, but no longer, and she appears to act just like Joyce.
Gertrude, are you serious?
Then there's Gertrude, the one who's had an implant for 2 months. It took her a while to get with the program.
The beauty of live demos. Gertrude, thanks for coming out.
The beeps are signals from the area of her brain linked to her snout. So when she ate or sniffed the straw, the activity showed up on the graph. The implant has also helped the team predict the limb movements of a pig on a treadmill with what they describe as a high degree of accuracy, but it still remains to be seen how people respond to it. Neuralink has to get a stamp of approval from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration to start human trials geared toward helping those with spinal cord injuries control a computer.
We'll make this as safe as possible. Just as with Tesla, while it is legally possible to ship a 1-star car, the only cars we make are 5 stars. We actually maximize safety, and we'll take the same approach here at Neuralink.
But there.
So yeah, here we go. This is Neuralink, which is really going into Esau's RFID microchip, you know, and they're saying that when you actually put this thing into your skull, it's going to give you
in a small village in France.
It's going to actually give you super Slovakia. It's going to give you superhuman natural abilities, right? So you're going to be able to actually be healed of any type of illnesses, or if you were, say, disabled, you put this Neuralink into your head, this RFID microchip, well, you're going to be actually able to come back to your full potential. You know, there's going to be a lot. They say that you're going to be able to, I've read a link before that said that you'll be able to actually increase your lifespan with this RFID microchip. You know, you're going to have, and you, if you want to learn curriculum, you want to learn jujitsu, karate, man, you want to learn a language, all you got to do is download the curriculum and whatever into your mind, and you'll have it in there. See, like the Matrix is similar to that. So why is it that Esau, man, these people, why do they want you to take this? You know, obviously it sounds nice, but at the end of the day, there's gonna come side effects with it. You're gonna be totally controlled. You know, they're gonna have total control over your whole mind, man. You're gonna be a slave. You really think they're gonna give you all that, but you're not gonna be always seduced. They say that, like I said, they're gonna be able to read your mind. They're gonna be able to understand you better than you understand yourself. They're gonna know your sexual preferences, you know? They're gonna be able to go deep into you, you know? So what makes you think they're not gonna manipulate you, man? You see? And why do they want this whole perfect society, man? This is Esau's new world. He's so-called claiming to want to put in motion. You see? Well, like again, man, this is his agenda. And the only people that he's gonna want to be in this thing are gonna be a few. He actually wants to kill off a lot of people before he starts his so-called, all right, this whole agenda, before he gives people RFID chips, before he makes people superhumans, all right, before he has total control, before he makes his new, okay, a metropolis, all right, he's gonna go and kill off many people. That's what we're going through right now. You see? Matter of fact, I got this last video I want to play, like a few minutes of it. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but it says Agenda 21, depopulation and total enslavement. You see? So this is um the steps we in right now.
At its core, Agenda 21 is about control. Control of the land, natural resources, and entire populations. It seeks to control the air by regulation of carbon emissions, the ground by sustainable development, and the sea through environmental regulations. Officially stated, Agenda 21 is a comprehensive plan of action to be taken globally, nationally, and locally by organizations of the United Nations system, governments, and major groups in every area in which human impacts on the environment. Because being human will always have an impact on the environment, Agenda 21 paves the way for extraordinary UN control. When you boil it down, there are 9 basic tenets of Agenda 21. Move citizens off private land and into urban housing. Create vast wilderness spaces inhabited by large carnivores. Eliminate cars and create walkable cities. Support chosen private businesses with public funds for sustainable development. Make policy decisions that favor the greater good over individuals. Drastically reduce the use of power, water, and anything else that creates carbon pollution. Use bureaucracies to make sweeping decisions outside of democratic processes. Increase taxes, fees, and regulations. And finally, implement policies meant to incentivize a reduced population.
See? So this is the whole that's the agenda right there. And this is all and this is the last step.
Meant to incentivize a reduced
So there you go. Implement policies meant to incentivize a reduced population. And this is currently the step that these elites are on. And as you can see, the needle, you know, what is it that they're pushing right now? All right, and I'm not gonna say it. You already know, you know. Let's this actually get taken down. But their whole plan right now is to depopulate, okay, kill off many people. That's why they have these lethal injections, all right, which, you know, first and foremost, they want to get rid of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why they had that article out that said to first get the blacks, you know, get the blacks and browns, shoot them up with these lethal injections, because they understand what these lethal injections are going to really do to you, you know. And they got FEMA camps, all right. They want to crash the economy on purpose. They're doing that. You see, they got if you are a rebellious citizen, like I said, they're gonna put you in these camps. All right. If you refuse to take certain things, like I said, they're gonna put you into the camps, which is gonna be certain death for many people. They got guillotines there. They got thousands and millions of coffins ready for the mass killings that will take place. You see, I mean, you can go on for days, man. All right, famines is coming to this land, and they're gonna purposely cut off food supplies just so that people can go crazy and fight each other, and there can be civil war, and all hell gonna break loose. But this is the plan. This is a necessary step in the mind of those, okay, these elites, in order to have their so-called perfect society. All right, where's it at? Have their perfect society come to fruition. You know. So pretty much they want it to be like a tyranny. If you actually look into what tyranny means, it means cruel and unfair treatment by people with powers over others, a government in which all power belongs to one person, the rule or authority of a tyrant. So they're trying to turn this into like a tyranny, a tyrant, man, a tyrant type of government. And that one person is going to be those elites. It's going to be over all nations, man. And they're going to have authority, and whatever goes is what goes. All right. You're going to have to be a whole slave. All right. You're going to have to, okay, get down with the beast. You got to take the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. All these things are what Esau wants to do, you know? And got a few articles, and we're going to get into some scriptures, though. Right. This is, okay. New article, Los Angeles County officials announced 3-week stay-at-home order. You see? So they're moving now, man. They're moving again. They're getting ready. The devil's coming down with great wrath. And this is only in Los Angeles. But no, this is gonna actually go and escalate to the whole country. There's gonna be a second lockdown, you know, which they're pushing very, very heavy, you know. And that's gonna do nothing but destroy the economy. But you don't think they know that? They know exactly that's going to destroy the economy because that's what they need. They need chaos. They need uproars. They need these FEMA camps thrown into play. See, it says, here's another article. 2021 is already optimized for failure. See, and what does that mean? They're already predicting, or they're already rearranging, or you can pretty much say they're setting up America for 2021 to be a complete failure. You know, and this is this is what they want, all right, so that they can issue in this new world. You see this sign right here, it says, sorry, the lifestyle you ordered is currently out of stock. So yeah, that's the thing. If you think you're going back to living, okay, like 5 years ago, if you think everything's going to go back to like 2016, how it was back in 2010, or how it was last year, well, you're sadly mistaken, because that's not a reality no more. What you're looking at is only all hell. What you're looking at is world war. What you're looking at is massive death. All right, tribulation. That's the days we're coming into. Is mass. I mean, just straight tribulation, man. And these elites, they're ready. They're ready to push it. Right. Another article. I'm not reading the actual like article. I'm just gonna read the titles because I wanna for time. You know, it says the next decade could be even worse. All right, and obviously, you know, they're putting out all this media because it's for real. If you think things is going back to normal after these lockdowns, after the economy has been just I mean, the economy is finished in every nation, not only America, but all nations' economy is just detrimentally damaged right now. All right, if you think all of a sudden things is just gonna magically get better, you're crazy. You're not in the right mindset. You're in la la land, man. You see, you gotta wake up. Okay, these prophecies are kicking off. That's exactly what time we're in, right? All right, here's an interesting article. This is really what I want to get to. U.S. Justice Department amends federal execution rules to allow death by hanging, electric chair, gas chamber, and firing squad. See, so the U.S. Justice Department, they actually extending their way of killing. So if you get the death sentence, you no longer are only it used to be to where if you got the death sentence, you only got lethal injection. That was how you were put to death. Was they shot you up with a needle that had poison in it, and then you kind of just died like that. But now they're actually extending their range of how they can kill, okay, convicts who are worthy of the death sentence. So they're saying now they're going to allow hanging, electric chair, gas chamber, and a firing squad. You see, these are all now ways you can die. And why are they instituting this? It's because they're getting ready to push martial law. And there's going to be a lot of rebellion. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be worthy of the death sentence, man. And you might not even have done much, to be honest. But if you are refusing to take certain things, or if you are refusing to, okay, get in line, if you're refusing to, if you're just rebellious when they push out these different laws, which a lot of people are, you're going to be deemed a threat. You're going to be deemed they're going to charge you with treason or some crap, you know? and you're gonna be worthy of hanging. You're gonna get the electric chair, gas chambered, firing squad, guillotine. Okay, FEMA has millions of coffins, I already said. So at the end of the day, we see all these prophecies lining up and how they're getting themselves ready to depopulate. This is the next move is depopulation, right? Mass incarceration, forced inoculation, you know? So, I mean, look, the times we're coming into are serious, you know? We are entering into what you call Jacob's trouble, right? That's in the scriptures, prophecies tells you the time we're coming into is the worst time, the most okay. The prophecies, Yahweh Shai himself prophesied that the times we're coming into, they will be the worst. You're not gonna see anything worse than what we're gonna see coming up here shortly, you know. Um, so let me go ahead and go back to the live man. Um, Salakia, come. So let me go ahead and get some scriptures, right? So all these things are like linking up, they're coming together, you know. And according to biblical prophecy, Esau will never get far enough, man. Esau will never go ahead and push forth his new world. He's not going to actually, okay, get to see everything come to pass. The Lord's going to actually stop at a point, but the Most High is putting this man in the mindset to go forward with his plans as if though he will do so. So hey, he's going to make sure he kills and does everything, but it's not going to come to pass, as I say. Salaki, let me add this brother to the stream. Okay. So I want to go ahead and slot. I want to go ahead and get this in Matthew 24:21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." See? So Yahweh shall prophesy that the days we're coming into, no man has ever seen, no man is going to ever witness anything, okay, more terrible. And there's nothing that can be compared with what we're going to come through. So martial law, or World War I, World War II, the Holocaust, those cannot be compared to what we're going to actually come into. You see, that's why you need to get yourself mentally ready. You spiritually need to prepare. It says wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of your times. That's going to be the only thing that's going to keep you stable. Because a lot of people are going to think, oh, Esau, man, these people, they might have a chance at their so-called new world. But we are in the mindset that no, he's only going to get so far. And the first and foremost, Yahweh is the one who's letting him do all these things. And Yahweh is controlling these people for his scriptures to be fulfilled. Right? As a matter of fact, let's go to get Daniel chapter 12:1. So knowing that type of stuff will keep you stable, man. Knowing that really it's all prophecy, you know. But a lot of people are gonna chalk it up to just it's just a bad time in history, and that's gonna be they're gonna have no type of anybody to lean on when it comes to mental stability. But if I can get Daniel real quick, Daniel 12:1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. It says, and there shall be trouble, but there shall be a time of trouble, such as was not since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. You see? So there's a time of trouble coming, man, such as was never seen. All right? But Michael's going to stand up. The angels are going to be there to protect you. They're going to be right there with the elect. Those who feared Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and those who are keeping the patience, they're going to be kept from the hour of temptation. All right, they're going to have Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua as their guidance, as their protection. You know, and let me get another precept. This is going to be the book of Revelations, chapter 6. And if you guys have precepts, y'all can go ahead and just bring them up. Revelation chapter 6 and 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that was on him was death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, with hunger, and with death, and with beasts of the earth. So This is the seal that we are currently in, right? The pale horse, and this man has this horse has death following him. So it's going to be massive death coming on earth. You see, famines. This is hunger. So we're currently like in the fourth seal right now, according to the book of Revelations. But we're going to enter into the fifth seal here soon. This is verses 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of the Most High and for the testimony which they held. So we're coming up into that one quick. From these articles we see how everything's escalating. Well, guess what, man? You're gonna see these people get slain at the altar. This is gonna be like people getting put to death because they are trying to keep the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And Esau is gonna come for you. All right, he's gonna come for a lot of you people who keep the commandments, because it says that the dragon is gonna make war with the remnant of the seed of the woman who keep the commandments. So you gotta get yourself mentally ready, mentally stable, man. This is gonna be the only thing gonna keep you right at the end of the day, you know. Do you guys have any scriptures?
I got it.
If not, I'll go ahead and you said you have one, bro?
Yeah.
I was gonna get Revelations. All right, bring it up, man.
All right, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 4, and it says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Like I'm gonna read on down to 3. And as he had sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and the end of the world? Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahushua Mashiach, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And this is the time we're in. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted. So, you know, we're them coming back, and they're trying to afflict us, man. They want to afflict us by making us suffer. They say, I'm gonna do this to you if you don't, get this injection. I might do something to your family members. They're gonna do all types of wickedness to get us to break. But Yahweh, Lord, that Yahweh Shah send his angels to guide us mentally. You know. Yeah, on that, but
this is Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, you heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he had but a short time. So Esau is going to come down quick with great wrath, because he knows he only has a short time left, right? According to prophecy, he sees that the children of Israel are waking up, you know? He actually sees that biblical prophecy is coming to pass. And he's like, he knows his kingdom is coming to its end. Esau's the end of the world. Jacob's the beginning of it that followed. So he's trying to make his move to extend his time on earth, because he knows that his time is short. He knows the Lord's going to come through and take him out the way, but he's trying to, all right, make sure that he can be here a little longer, man. You know, it's not going to happen. All right. See, I want to get this. Revelations, all right, chapter 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, both rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the name or the number of his name. So they're going to ultimately push this RFID microchip, all right? They're going to make it to the point where if you don't have it, you're not going to be allowed to be a part of their society. This so-called new world they're building, they're gonna make it mandatory that you get this, man. You know, they're gonna have to alter your DNA. They're gonna have to make you a slave. They're gonna mentally enslave you. That's what these chips are gonna ultimately do, and they're gonna give you a irresistible They're gonna give you like an irresistible deal. Like, hey, you're gonna extend your life. You'll be able to download skills into your mind. You're gonna be able to learn curriculum. You'll be able to download languages to your mind. You know, you're gonna if you have any type of disease, you can be completely healed from these diseases. They're gonna literally make it to the point to where if you are at all stable, you can get this chip in your head, man, or in your arm, whatever, both, and you're gonna pretty much be back in your full potential. This is all Esau's putting at the table. You see, so if you want to take this chip, it's gonna almost be like a no-brainer for a lot of people. But for you that know that this is the mark of the beast, you're gonna refrain from that. You know, you're not gonna get down with Esau's system because once you do this, just know that you're no longer gonna have control over yourself, man. You're gonna become a straight slave, right? Like I said, watch this video right here. All right, like watch this video again. Okay. All right, this right here. Go from watch from How to Survive 21st Century. What was it? Huh? So did y'all say something?
No.
Yeah. So like I said, man, watch from 10:23 all the way to like about 13, and it tells you if you weren't here in the beginning of the video, rewind it. It literally tells you that you're gonna be able to know your DNA. They're gonna be able to know you better than you know yourself. They're gonna be able to hack humans. They're gonna straight up hack you, man. All right, and this is all what comes with the RFID microchip. You know, see?
Yeah. Let me read this real quick. Can y'all hear me?
Speak. Try to speak up though. It's a little.
You hear me all right?
Yeah. Okay. Now you're good. You're good now.
All right.
You're calm.
So this is Isaiah 47 and 9. It says, "But these two things shall come to thee in one moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorcery, for the great abundance of thine enchantments." You say something? Yeah.
No, you good.
So, yeah, the Babylonians, these Americans, they've done, it says, a multitude of sorceries and the abundance of thine enchantments. All right, they're going to be destroyed for that. Let's read verse 10. It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am and none else. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall befall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know." And as you just saw, I believe the brother put up a video that was very, very had a lot of witchcraft. All right, that's what they're doing, man. They grow up on this stuff. All right, that's what they thrive off of. Is this wicked society based off of witchcraft? Right? They want to know about you. They want to be like the Most High. It tells you that the Most High, He knows your heart. All right, He's the one that tries hard. But these Edomites, they don't want that, man. They don't, like the brother said, they don't want this to be mysterious. They want to know everything about you. And the way they're going to do that is by even this RFID chip. Let me go to verse 12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail." Am I lagging?
No, you're good.
Yeah, so it says, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with thy multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail." So these people, they have enchantments, all right, multitude of sorceries, right, and they labor from their youth to get all this, man. Verse 13, it says, "Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers The stargazers, the monthly prognosticators, stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. And that's really rhetorical, right? That's sarcastic. They can't save themselves from the wrath of the Lord. The things that are going to come upon this world, America, Babylon, they're not going to be able to escape those things because this nation is so damn wicked, you know. All they do, like you just saw, they want to know about you, man. They want to know your sexual preferences. They want to know about you, you know.
This is Ezekiel 28:2. Son of man, say unto Prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord God, behold, thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man, and not God, though thou set thy heart as the heart of God. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that can be hid from thee. See? So this is going into the Prince of Tyrus, which we understand is Esau. Okay? This is really the Edomites. All right? This is the elites. They act like they are God. That's why they wanna go into your DNA and they want to alter it. Like the brother said, they want to figure out your sexual preference. They wanna read your mind. If you're on a physical level, they literally said like, hey man, if you were under a dictatorship, like under the North Koreans, and you're supposed to actually give all praises or like hail to the dictator, whatever his name is, right? You're supposed to give all honor or whatever. I don't know how they do it. It's a regime. But if you're on a physical level, you're clapping and you're like smiling, and they can read your mind to see whether you really are thinking that way. So you can be clapping and smiling, but they're gonna go into your mind, and if you have evil thoughts, if you like really not down with it, they're gonna know, and they're gonna take you to a prison and kill you. That's the type of power they're gonna have. And how the hell they're gonna get that, man? That's Esau. It says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret they can hide from thee. Hey man, Esau, man, that man has some wisdom. But like I said, on the left hand side, there's no secret that can be hid from these people, man. Like at all. You know? And Salakia. Hey yo, Alicia, could you mute your mic real quick until you talk? Because there's a lot of like you have like a lot of sound in your side. I want to get this real quick in the book of Job. All right, this is the book of Job, chapter 5 and 12. He disappointeth the device of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. See? So the crafty is Esau, right? He disappointed their devices. Okay? So the Lord's gonna end up disappointing Esau and his whole plan. He's planning on his new world, right? He's planning on the controlling you, total enslavement, depopulation. But Yahweh says that he's not going to let them do so. He's going to disappoint them. He's going to take them in their own counsel. So their counsel that they've tried to take on the children of Israel, how they're trying to destroy us, they're trying to come for us to destroy the Israelites. Ultimately, they're going to be recompense. This whole plan is going to return back on their own head. So it's only going to be their downfall. You see? Matter of fact, I do want to get there in the book of Psalms, chapter Psalms. This is going to be the book of Psalms. All right, chapter 9 and 15. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. In the net they hid is their own foot taken. So the heathen are going to be sunk down in the pit that they made. So this pit, it represents a trap. They're setting up a trap for the inhabitants of the world, but more so the inhabitants of Israel. And then more so, they really want to get those remnant, the elect that serve Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. But their foot's going to be taken in that same pit. They're going to end up doing a whole 360. They dig the hole, they dig the pit, but they're going to be the ones to fall into it. Because Yahweh is going to really, all right, make sure that they don't fulfill everything, man. You know? The Most High is going to put it to an end. You know? Even it says this in the book of Psalm 7 and 15. He made a pit and digged it, and has fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head. His violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate. So, hey, like I said, man, his mischief is gonna really just come back out. It's gonna bite him in the ass, right? He's over here thinking it's gonna prosper. He's thinking he's gonna really succeed, but man, this man is gonna really go into slavery. This man's gonna be destroyed. ICBM nukes. This man's gonna figure out that he had no power over himself. Yahweh Shem Shai was controlling this dude with every step he made, every step he took. They're thinking on the physical level that they have control. The Lord put it in their spirits to think these things, only that his prophecies can be fulfilled. They're only being used as tools. That's it. You see? They're tools. And the elect are going to get the victory. You know?
Yep, I got your precept.
It's a lot. This is precept, and then you can get your precept. This is going to be the book of Revelations 12 and 11. All right? 12 and 9. And the great dragon was cast out, the old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. And he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And that old serpent, the devil, was talking about the Caucasian man, Esau, the elites, the deceivers. That's all devil means, is a deceiver. All right, the liars. These are the liars of the earth, man. They deceive everybody by their philosophies, by their doctrines, their dogmas. Anything that they push on earth is just a lie. Okay, Christianity, religion. Okay, I mean, anything you could think that these people push is all lies and vanity, bro. All right, and I heard a voice in heaven saying, "Now is salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power, and the power of His anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night." Right, and yeah, God, Esau is the accuser of the Israelites. He's the accuser of our brethren, and he's going to be put down. All right. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of the testimony, and they loved not their lives until death. See? So we're going to overcome him by the blood of Yahweh Shai, you see, and the word of our testimony. That's why you got to keep the testimony. You got to keep these words, prophesy, right? Keep the commandments, keep the faith. All right. Understand the truth. Wisdom and knowledge is going to keep you stable. And we're going to overcome because we have Yahweh Shem Shai on our side, the one who's controlling all things right now, the one who's, okay, putting all the pieces together, the Almighty, okay, omnipotent. He's on our side. All right. And we have the secrets. We understand all things right now. How do you think we're able to just come on like a live stream and we're able to go through the book, ultimately show you what Esau is trying to do and what is going to happen? We understand his inevitable fate. He doesn't understand that he's going to be put down, but we do, because we have the secrets, we have the prophecies. The Lord's opened us up into, all right, he's opened us up to receive this, all right? And we're not going to live our lives to death, even if it comes to the point to where we have to be put to death. Hey, we're going to be put to death, but we're going to be a martyr, you know, and it's going to be in peace, you know? I want to get this real quick. Amos chapter 3 and 6, showing you that, you know, we truly do actually have the secrets to Yahweh. That's why we are able to be stable, right? This is going to be the book of Amos chapter 3 and 7. Surely the Most High, Yahweh, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, right? So Yahweh is not going to do anything until he first and foremost reveals his secrets into his servants, right? And we're not saying we're prophets, but we try to stand in the same type of stead, you know? And he's going to reveal his secrets to certain men, and they're going to be able to decipher through it, you know? So, hey, you know, Israel has it. We have the truth. That's their thing. All right. As Israelites, we have the truth. Nobody else can claim they have the truth. They don't know how to go through prophecy. They don't understand truly that Yahweh is doing all things. All right. They believe that Satan has some type of authority. They think he's some fallen angel, and he's gonna fight the Lord when he comes back. And nah, you don't have the true interpretation or the true understanding. All right. It's not that deep at the end of the day. All right. So you gotta stick to these scriptures at the end of the day, man. All right. Thus saith Yahweh. But did you have a precept? I thought somebody said they had a precept.
Yeah, the precept. Let me see here. It says Jeremiah chapter 50 and 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she had done, do unto her. For she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. So Babylon's been proud against Yahweh. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and therefore the Most High, he's going to destroy them. So it says this in Jeremiah chapter 51 and 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroys all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and I will make thee a burnt mountain. So Esau, they're a destroying nation. They're the destroyers of the earth, a destroying mountain. And therefore the Lord's going to destroy them. All right, that destroyed the earth, which is Esau. All right, the biblical Edomite. The Lord's going to destroy them because they've been proud against the Most High. All right, because even in the time of Egypt, because we know this is spiritual Egypt, even back in the time of Egypt, Pharaoh was proud against the Most High. And I'm gonna read that in Exodus 7 and 22. It says, and the magicians of Egypt did so with their enchantments, and Pharaoh's heart was hardened. Neither did he hearken unto them as the Lord had said. So we know who the modern day Pharaoh is, because this is modern day Egypt. Those would be, well, in a category of the elites. So these elites are hardened against the Most High. What do they want to do? Instead of it says this before I read on, if I can find this. It says in Jeremiah 51 and 9, it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the sky. The Lord has brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our God. So Babylon's not healed. This place is proud against the Most High, and it has to go, So the way that these modern day Egyptians, the modern day Pharaoh, he's proud against the Most High because he has his own enchantments, right? He tries to make what the brother brought out, that RFID chip. I don't know what they're trying to do with trying to get inside your head, trying to know who you are, better than you know yourself. The only person that was supposed to know better, Salah, the only person that was supposed to know you better than yourself is the Most High Yahweh. They're trying to be God, They're trying to do these things. They're trying to make many enchantments. That's what they've been doing, all right? Since they were born out the womb, they've been doing it from their youth, trying to find out how they can enchant things, how they can enhance things. All right, they want you to know. They want you to be able to see when you're blind. They want you to be able to move when your back is broke. So these are just enchantments, man. This is no different from ancient Egypt. This is no different from any prior empire from now. This is just worse. Just worse, and it has the same characteristics. What did the Lord do to all those other ancient empires, world powers, super powers? The Lord destroyed those places because they were wicked, right?
Khan, let me get that. This is Ezekiel chapter 29 and 3. Speak and say, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I am against thee, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, the great dragon that lieth in the midst of the rivers, which has said, my river is mine own, and I have made it for myself. And this is not talking about ancient Egypt. This is modern day Egypt. All right. Revelations 11 and 8 says that Babylon the Great, which is America, it's spiritually Sodom and spiritually Egypt. So when you read this is not talking about ancient, because the characteristics are the characteristics of Esau. He's that great dragon, all right, and he says, my river is mine own, and I have made it for myself, which is obviously the pride of Edom. Obadiah tells you how these people are very prideful. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee, right? Verse 4, but I will put hooks into your jaws, and I will cause the fish of the rivers to stick unto thee, thy scales. I will bring thee up out of the midst of thy rivers, and all the fish of thy rivers shall stick unto thy scales. So the Most High is going to put hooks into these people's jaws, meaning he's going to make sure that he controls their their actions. All right. The Most High is putting it in these people's spirits to do what He needs them to do, so that they can fulfill their role as being the wicked. That's it. They're only going to do so much, and then once they get to a certain point, then the Lord is going to the Lord's going to the Lord's going to put it to an end. Once they feel like they're really about to really establish their new world, because it might get to the point to where it seems like they might do it. They might get to the point to where it's like, damn, they might get this thing going. But Yahweh did say this. This is going to be the book of Job, chapter 20. The Lord's only going to let it go so far. He's not going to let these people achieve their ultimate goal. Okay, this is the book of Job 20 and 23. When he's about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury on his wrath upon him, and he shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So when Esau is about to fill himself, when he's truly about to fulfill his new world, when he's truly about to go through with all these agendas, all right, when he's done all things, okay, when prophecy has been fulfilled, then Yahweh is going to cast, okay, his fury upon him while he's eating. So while these people are in the midst of their celebration, they thought they did it. Well, the Lord's going to cast them down there. He's going to destroy them. So just know, hey, everybody right here is bound by prophecy. All right, Esau's not getting around it either. He's just being used. After that, he's going into slavery, along with all these nations. We keep going on Esau, but all these nations are part of this. This is the new world. So meaning that they all are co-conspirators. They all have a hand in this. They all agree. Because ultimately, why? They want to get rid of you. All right, the elect, the children of Israel. They want to stop prophecy. But the Lord's not going to let that happen, man. All right. All right, if y'all don't got precepts, I'll get this then. This is going to be the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15. And I want to go ahead and get 16 and 16. It says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine, plague, tribulation, anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be mindful of the scourges. See? So the Esdras just said that this is the beginning of the sorrows. This is the beginning of wars, the beginning of famines. So we've entered into this period right now. All right. And the only thing you can do for yourself is get yourself mentally ready. Get yourself ready, man. That's why it says, "Oh, my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and those evils be as pilgrims on the earth." All right. That's 2 Ezra 16:40. So we have to be ready. All right. In the spirit. Only way you're going to do that is by studying, by praying, man. Asking Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for mercy right now, before all hell breaks loose. Don't wait till all hell breaks loose and then start to try to really repent. No, this right now is a grace period. All right, because when the Lord starts to judge, that's it. You're finished, man. If you didn't repent, see, so that's why you gotta learn the names. You gotta know Yahweh, and you gotta know Yahushua. All right, you gotta know, okay, what the scriptures say. You gotta know how you should move. You gotta know the mindset you need to be in, or else it might not go too well for many. It's not going to go too well for many, but you yourself know it should go well for you if you are within these scripts and keeping the faith. Verse 21, behold, victual shall be so good cheap upon earth. They shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth. Sword, famine, great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So everybody right now, man, they think themselves to be in a good predicament because everything is still relatively cheap. You can still go to the store and go shopping and get your groceries. You can still get gas. You can still have a job. You can still go out to eat. And people think that the economy's still okay, not knowing that they're getting ready to be slapped. Like it's gonna be like a rude awakening. It's gonna be a complete 360 when lockdowns hit, when these forced inoculations come through. All right, people are gonna be losing their jobs again, man. All right, people are gonna be going crazy, and this time it's gonna be permanent. A lot of these things They're not just gonna be for a couple months and then it's gone. No, they say that this thing will be here. All these problems are gonna escalate until they get this so-called, whatever, I can't even say it, until they get this whole situation under control, which it can be like years. They said 10 years, until, and more than that. Right, and the dead shall cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The tree shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grape shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. So the one shall desire to hear another, and to hear his voice. For of a city shall be 10 left, two of this field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and the clefts of the rocks. So yeah, it literally just said it's going to get to the point to where you're going to desire to hear somebody's voice, but you won't be able to because there's going to be so many people just dead, you know? So yeah, Esau will actually succeed in his depopulation, all right? But it is the depopulation of the wicked. Uh, Last scripture I want to get, and I'll probably end out on my side. This is going to be the book of 2nd Ezra 16 and 74. Hear, O you my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord God. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift themselves. So Yahweh is telling us that the days of trouble are at hand, and we have to prepare ourselves, man, mentally, spiritually. All right, we can't be afraid, because if we understand the Lord's bringing all these things, if we understand that all people are bound by prophecy, if we understand that the angels are going to get us, if we understand that the Lord said his servants shall eat and they shall rejoice. All right. If we understand that, hey, we good. It says if the Most High is with us, who can be against us? All right. We shouldn't be fearing out here. At the end of the day, you see. So he's going to be our guide, man. All right. With all this evil coming on earth, you are going to be stable. You're going to be good if you're doing what you need to do and you're continually praying. Pray. You know. But I'll probably stop. I'll probably end up winding down on that. Do you have anything you want to bring out, Alicia? Hey, you got anything you want to bring up, Tice?
Yeah, come,
Go ahead. Whatever you want to bring up. Go
come.
ahead.
This is all right. This is Psalms chapter 43, all right, verse 1. Judge me, O Yahweh, by Shema Shah, plead my case against an ungodly nation, and deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man. And who is the deceitful and unjust man?
Mhm.
Esau, you know, the elites. Verse 2, thou art thy power of my strength. Why doest thou cast me off? And why go I mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? And we constantly getting oppressed by Esau, Edom, man. They try to force ejections. They try to do things that's ungodly, man, and it oppresses the hell out of our, But that was it on that. But I'm gonna read it again. This is Psalms chapter 43, verse 1. Judge me, O Yahweh, and plead my case against the ungodly nation. O deliver me from the deceitful and unjust man. But thou art the power of my strength. Why doest thou cast me off? And why go I mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? So, you know, the unjust man, is ruling this planet Earth right now in wickedness.
Mhm.
And he's gonna always push an unjust law, saying you gotta get this, you gotta get that. But at the end of the day, it's all according to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua's plan.
God. I got a perfect precept actually, bro. It's just Isaiah chapter 10 and 1. It kind of goes along with what you were saying. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. So it says, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees. So these people are definitely the ones who are pushing out these unlawful things, trying to take away your freedom, trying to take away your constitutional rights, trying to make you a total slave. All right, trying to make you're gonna force you to get down with the mark of the beast. They're gonna put you to death if you don't continually if you don't continually accept the way things are changing, the draconian type of government they're trying to switch over to, the tyranny. They're trying to change this whole thing to a dictatorship. If you don't like bow down, pretty much, if you don't conform to the way of the beast, well, you're going to be put to death. So the Lord says, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, that right grievousness which they have prescribed. So they're going to really vex the hell out of our people. They're going to kill us. They're going to force us with a lot of things, but the elect are going to overcome. You know, at the end of the day, we understand that we already got the victory if we be of the number. You know, Lord willing. So, you know, man, Esau, he's fulfilling his role. We have to stand in the a lot, and everybody is going to be bound by prophecy, right? We got trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but anybody got anything they want to bring up, man?
I got it. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
This is Second Ezra chapter 14, right? Verse 10. I'm read down on 10. For the world hath lost his youth, and the times begin to wax old. For the world is divided into 12 parts, and 10 parts of it are gone already, and half of the 10th part. There remaineth that which is after the half of the 10th. Therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which has seen happen shall be done hereafter. It hasn't happened yet. The chaos, Jacob's trouble hasn't happened yet. But it's soon to take place, you know. And, you know, as men, you know, servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, we know what's going on. You know, we know the gig. So Esau can push wherever you want to push, whether it be his new world order, or wherever, you know, go against the Israelites. Because we know at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it's his movie, it's his plan. All right, and I got another precept. It's Matthew chapter 10, verse 39, and it reads this. It says, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall save it. So the Lord said, if you try to save your life and you try to hide my troubles, man, you're going to lose your life, man. You don't know what Yahweh Shema is going to do for your servants, man. And I heard GOCC, you know, I don't really deal with them, but I hear a couple of other live streams go over there. They plan on going to, like, you know, to the wilderness, you know, when all hell breaks loose. Before even breaks loose. We don't even know the time nor the hour for all this to, you know, happen, you know, to be prophesied. I'm going to read again. This is Matthew 10, verse 9. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall save it. So that could be anything, really. If you don't have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're going to lose your life. You know, you're going to lose your life. This is Hebrews 13:6, and it reads, so that we may boldly say that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is my helper. I will not fear what man shall do unto me. So he said we shall boldly say Yahweh Bashim Ashah is my helper. Right? So that we may boldly say that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Ashah is my helper. I will not fear what man shall do unto me. So we don't fear what Edom can do to us, man. Whether it be a torture chamber, a gas chamber, um, what is it? The guillotine, um, hanging. We don't fear none of that because we know that Yahweh Bashim Ashah is controlling Esau Edom, man. He knows our limits, man. Yahweh Bashim Ashah knows our limits. He knows what we fear when we don't. That's why he's conditioning us to study his laws, his judgments. You know, and you know, far as his book, right? You know. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, let me get Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of God, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. And their going forth from us to be under destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet their hope is full of immortality. Having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High hath proved them, found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace has he tried them, received them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation they shall shine, and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations, and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. So, you know, our souls are in the hands of Yahweh. So even if we are to be a martyr, right? Even if we are to be put to death, our hope is full of immortality. You know, you're gonna be raised up, and you're gonna be beamed up onto the chariot, man, and then you're gonna get you're gonna get a full immortal body, a spiritual body. You see, and you're gonna judge the nations. After that point, hey, all you really have to do is be faithful. All right. If your lot was to die, well, you probably had to die. But then after that, you're gonna be a king. You're gonna be a ruler forever, man. Ever, man. Even and ever, never. As it says in Daniel. So, I mean, hey, the lot that we have as the saints, you know, Lord willing, we be of the number. Hey, that's a very, very great lot, man, that you gotta look forward to. And you know, that's all I got though on that side though.
God. This is Psalms chapter 34, verse 4, and it reads, I sought the Lord Yahweh by Shemi Shah, and he heard me, and he delivered me from all my fears. So at the end of the day, we don't fear what these got going on, you know, as far as or whoever resists, you know, they gonna get this torture, or we're gonna torture him with this, we're gonna torture his family, we're gonna torture his children. We don't fear what Esau is gonna do to us, man. You know, true prophets wouldn't fear what men can do unto, you know, what men can do to other men. So like can do to other men, but read on. They look unto him were lightning, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried unto Yahweh by Shemi Shah, and heard him, and saved him out of all his troubles. And the angel of the Lord encamped around about them that fear him, and delivered them. Oh, taste and see that the Lord Yahweh by Shemi Shah is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. So we gotta trust in Yahweh by Shemi Shah. We can't trust in what this society got going on for them, as far as taking the RFID microchip. All right, as far as having his pandemic, because all we know is a pandemic, right? And as I'm gonna get actual First Corinthians. I got a precept to that. First Corinthians chapter 7, actually chapter 5 verse 7. Towards the second. Yes, second. All right, this is Second Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7. For we walk by faith and not by sight. So it may look like it's gonna be harmful to us. It may look like like far as hell, like torture, man. It's gonna feel like we can't really take what Esau's having for us. It says, "For we walk by faith and not by sight." So whenever we see, our flesh showing us, I can't do this. You know, I can't do this. I know I've been saying, you know, I have faith in Yahweh Shemashah, but I can't do this. I can't go through this torture. Yahweh Shemashah went through Yahweh Shah Mashiach Yahweh Shah went through, his trials and tribulation, man. He went through his hour. Now it's our time to go through our hour. No matter how dangerous it is. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to be a part of that number, right?
God.
So that's it on that,
God. This is Acts 4:22, confirming the souls of the disciples, and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So there's going to be a lot of tribulation that we have to go through. You're going to be faced with that. You're going to be faced with a lot of situations where you are getting weak, but just know that Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to keep you from that hour, as it says in the book of Revelations. Whenever tribulation comes your way, just know the Most High would never tempt you above that which you are able to actually, what you're able to really
That's right.
take. This is the book of Revelations 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them which dwell upon the earth. So if you keep the faith, man, you have literally been out here studying, praying, and you've been fasting, you've been losing your life so that you can put your Yahweh Shem Yahweh first. Well, he's going to put you first when it comes to protection. He's going to keep you from that hour, you know. And, I want to get this last precept in the book of Romans. I believe it was First Corinthians. Just give me a second, man. This is going to be First Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 10:13. There is no temptation taking you, but such as common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that which you are able, but with the temptation also will make a way to escape that you may be able to bear it. So the Most High is not going to tempt you above that which you are able to be tempted. So there's nothing you're going to go through that the Lord knows you can't go through. So if you go through some situation, just know Yahweh that you have enough strength to do it. So don't ever fold when it comes to that time. Right? Read the scriptures. Read the book of 2 Maccabees chapter 7. When those 7 brothers went through that extreme torture. But none of them folded, man. All right? So you can't fear death. Right? The scriptures say that the elect, they won't love their lives until death. You see? But you gotta keep this faith. You gotta keep these scriptures in your head. Right? That's the last scripture I got. All right. Isaiah chapter 33:6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure." So this is going to be your treasure. This is going to be, all right, what's going to keep you stable. All right. When everybody else is looking like crazy with their hands on their loins, they look like they're giving birth. They look like they're crying, man. All right. They're hiding behind their own women. Men is going to be put to death. Women are going to be getting raped. There's going to be so much going on. It can get overwhelming. But hey, Yahweh says that the only thing keeping you stable is going to be, all right, this wisdom. All right, then it. Oh, that's all I got.
All right. I got one more scripture. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by the elders attained a good report. Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh, by Shem Shah, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. By faith, Abel offered unto Yahweh by Shem Shah a more excellent sacrifice than Cain. Abel believed. Cain didn't believe, man. He thought he could just give Yahweh Shemel any sacrifice that he wanted, by which he obtained a witness that he was righteous with Yahweh Shemel testifying of his gifts. And it reads, and by faith being, and Abel being dead, by he being dead yet speaketh, by faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and it was not found because Yahweh Shemel translated him before his translation, and that this testimony that he pleased Yahweh. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh Shemel must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So when Peter was walking on water, all the disciples were afraid, when they was on a boat. Not really a boat, but on a boat. It was frightening, They seen an entity, not knowing that it was Yahweh Shah, but they froze in fear, man. And Peter said, if it be you, let me walk on water. So the Lord, made a way for Peter to at least have some faith. Peter walked on water. But then it was during that last hour to where he failed, man. And that's us brothers, man. We gotta meditate, we gotta get right as far as studying fasting. Fasting is actually by faith, man. If you actually dry fast, you don't think you're gonna get through the fasting, your flesh gonna do everything it can to tell you that you can't do this, It's gonna tell you everything that you want to hear. So I want to drink, I want to eat. I want to please my flesh. I don't want to do things of the spirit. I want to please my flesh. Well, if you really believe in Yahweh Shemel, you gotta believe that He gonna get you through those, tribulations, man. Fasting is nothing, man. But as far as these other tribulations, man, that we having to face, man, that's the hardest ones, man. But at the end of the day, it's by faith and not by what our flesh says, man. Because our flesh is gonna get us. It's really gonna get us killed, man. That's it on that.
Man, that's a good point, bro. All these little tribulations Yahweh puts you through right now, it's all gonna build you up, man. That's why you gotta endure your trials. If you're going through some type of hell, just know it's gonna build you up, man. All right, if it's financially, the Most High might have it to the point to where you're going through something financially, and he wants you to, because he wants your faith to be boosted, so that you can lean on him. Because there's certain times when you don't know, how you're gonna pay certain bills, or where am I gonna get this money from, or things of this sort, and it forces you to call on Yahweh and truly ask him for help. Or if it's going through some type of illness, the Lord might be plaguing you, and you gotta call on him to heal you from that illness, or like the brother brought out, man, you're fasting, you get weak. The Lord needs you to go through these weak points, man. That's why Paul says, when I am weak, that's when I am strong, So you're going to be going through a lot of tribulations, a lot of trials on this side, all right? Whatever it may be, okay? Whatever you can think of, man, you're going to go through something. But it's ultimately building you up so that you can be stable in the time of Jacob's trouble, Some people out here probably don't even fast, man. It's like they're gonna be dead within the first day because they don't never went on a fast. But because you are building yourself up, you're able to kind of go on certain days, and you have this knowledge. You're able to kind of endure. You already been through certain tribulations, so you're able to be more stable because you learned how to call on Yahweh and Yahweh Shai at your lowest moment, at your lowest point. So when you get to your lowest point, when you get to that really that hour of temptation, you already are trained. You trained yourself up to call on Him, right? So that's why you got it. That's why James says, "Count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations," because it's only building you up. It's giving you patience. It's giving you confidence. It's giving you experience. That's why you gotta thank Yahweh Hashem Yahushua for all things, man. All right, because it's ultimately gonna get you the kingdom, man. All right. But yeah, man, that's all we wanted to bring out today on this live stream. Lord willing, you know, this was edifying. You know, the water. You know, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, and pretty much shalom.